with another video. This is a very interesting video. This is, again, not going to be a celebrity video, although I do have some good celebrities coming up, actually this week. But I wanted to take a look at this video. I had an email sent to me from someone I did not know, asking me would I look into this case. And this case is about a 4-year-old little boy named Dewan Sims. Excuse me. But if you like the channel, please subscribe, share, so people can know what we're doing over here, and leave a comment, thumbs it up, and ring the notification bell so you know when I put up another video. I love doing this channel, and I love the responses that I've gotten for you guys. And by the way, thank you so much for everyone who sent ideas of people to do. And so one thing I want to just tell you, if it's something that happened really soon, then I can't do it because YouTube will not let me do it. If it's older, then I'm happy to do it, and I'll do them as they come. Some people want me to do Jeffrey Epstein. Jeffrey Epstein I've already done, and it's on my main channel, Joyce All-Knowing Tarot, so you can check it out there. But today we're going to look at Dewan Sims. So let's talk about what happened with the situation. Dewan Sims and his mother went to the mall on December 11th. Remember, I told you strange things happen on the 11th. 11 is a very powerful number. It was December 11, 1994, and they were going to go to the mall. And it was the Wonderland Mall in Livonia, Michigan. So they went to the mall, parked the car. According to the mother, her name is Dewana. And by the way, this is alleged, but we'll go on with the story. According to Dewana, her and her 4-year-old son entered the mall by the side where there was a Payless and a Target store. They went into Target, and according to her, she was looking around for things, and Dewan was looking at a video he wanted to get. And she told him, no, we can't get the video. The line's too long for us to check out here in Target, but let's go into the mall and we'll go by KB Toy Store. So according to her, they head out to the toy store. Now he's 4 and it's December 11th. So days, a couple of weeks before Christmas. And she says that she wasn't holding his hand, that he was walking behind her. She says that she was actually talking to him while he was walking behind her, and she was looking straight ahead. She gets to KB Toy Store, turns around, Dewan is not there. She immediately, of course, as any parent would be, gets upset, and she walks around through the mall trying to see if she can find him herself, but she can't find him anywhere. She stops to the first employee, which was someone that was working in the cleaning, a housekeeping person, and asked had they seen this little boy and could that person help her find her child. The cleaning person got in touch with security, and the first security that she was working with, Dewana, the mother, was a man by the name of Randy Pfeiffer, and he was helping her to look for this child. Helping her, try to remember where was she, retrace her steps. According to him, he said she seemed upset, like any mother would be that didn't know where their child was. They ended up calling the Livonia police. Now, the police did an extreme search, but according to Dewana, she felt they didn't do enough because she was black, and so they wouldn't have had much interest. But in actuality, they had spent hours looking for this child and taking Dewana back through the steps, and she had to re-walk them. They finally end up going, the police, along with Dewana, and they go back to Target. They ask the people in Target, do they have video, around the store to show that Dewana and her child had come through Target? And they said they did. They said they had security cameras at all the entrances and exits. So if she came through their store, they would definitely have caught it on video. Now they go and take a look at the video, and they're looking and finally there's a mother with a child. Okay, so the mother claims, oh, I think that's me and Dewan. That's us. So as they're looking, the police are looking harder at this video. They see that this particular lady has a baseball hat on. She's got a brown jacket on. They don't have a real clear picture of her face, but Dewana is saying that's them. Now, Dewana had on a black jacket and no baseball cap. But she still claims that that was her and her son. There's even a point where this particular lady and son in the video stop and talk. And Dewana says, oh, that's where me and Dewan talked about not getting the video and we have to do some other things. So the police are not 100% convinced, but they're searching everywhere. Now they end up going to another store and they see another footage of someone coming in and out through the mall, walking through the mall. And Dewana once again says, well, I think that's me on that video. The police end up asking the person in the security, can they enlarge that pictures in the video? And he says yes, and they do. And it comes to find out it's not her at all. It's another woman with a girl, not even a little boy. Now the police are getting really worried because they've spent hours in this mall. They've told every person that works in the mall to look out for this particular child. They gave a description so they could be out on the lookout for this child. But they don't find this child after hours and hours of searching. So they end up taking Dewana to the police station and they question her. Now she says they questioned her for 18 hours. The police said that they did question her for a long time because her story kept changing and she wasn't cooperating with the police, so they couldn't get as much information as they want. And then they end up taking her back to the mall the next day to re-walk them through the mall. Now, this story evidently got big news coverage back in 1994. I lived out west, so I'd never heard of it. But it supposedly had big news coverage because actually on the trip back to the mall for her to retrace her steps, there was news media out there as well. It ended up that the child was not found. And Livonia police continue to search for this child. At this point, this child has been missing for 25 years as of this year. Back then, like I said, the Livonia police did everything they could. They even called the father of Dewan to the mall to talk to him to see what's going on. And he was absolutely livid, upset, furious with the mother of how could you not be holding his hand? How could you let him just walk off like this? Clearly, they knew that he was not involved by his reaction. They said his reaction was so much bigger than Dewana's. She was more calm about it, not so excited. In addition, it was only learned until after the fact that Dewana's mother actually worked at that mall at Foot Locker. So the police were speculating that maybe Dewan went to look for his grandmother in the mall. However, because of the fact that Dewana never even shared that information with them, it would have been too late for them to try to find him or try to retrace his steps because so much time had passed. Now, following his disappearance, about 3 months later, his mother, Dewana, decides to completely move from the location of Livonia, Michigan. She moves. She also gets remarried. What is strange to me or interesting to me was that Dewana did get remarried. She went on to have another child or two. And in fact, she was arrested for assault because her new husband had gone out and left her with the babies. And I guess he stayed out too late. She was furious. It got to be a physical fight, showing that she had a very explosive temper. To me, I can see that. And so now at this point, they do not know where Dewan is. His body hasn't been recovered. He's nowhere to be found. Now, in December 2019, a man by the name of Mike Cash came forward and said that he knew very little about his childhood and he thought he could be DeJuan Sims. They have DNA tested him after a lot of back and forth. The police didn't really jump on it because they looked at pictures of him when he was young compared to DeJuan, and there wasn't a lot of similarity. The only similar part where they were young, they were about the same age, and they both were black, but they did not look very much alike. And we'll put a picture of them side by side so you can tell me what you think. Anyways, they do the DNA on DeJuan, and many people have tried to contact him, including the security guard who stayed invested in the case more so than even the parents have. But even though they took DNA from Mike Cash, Livonia police have never tested the DNA. They never felt that, I suppose, that he even looked close enough to DeJuan to test it. That's my supposition, but they haven't acted on that. In fact, DeJuana, they got in touch with the mother out of town and told her about Mike Cash, and she actually spoke to him and said no, he was not her son. So now the question is, what happened to this little boy? The unfortunate part of it is if a child is snatched, the chances are that they have already died, and because that person usually will kill them in the first 24 hours. Option number 2, the child could have been sold. That is not unusual. Sadly, it's more common than what you think, and that could have happened as well. The mother has never put up any flyers looking for her children, never made it a huge thing. It is the media and the police that made it a huge thing, and different individuals like the person that emailed me, but not the mom so much. So I want to take a look in it. I don't have DeJuan's birthday. I'm going to check and see if I can find it, but I don't have his birthday at this point. But I'm going to use my cards and see what they tell me about this particular case. Okay, and I'm back. I did look up his birthday. I found it after much digging. He was born October 29th, 1990, making him a life path of number 4. That year he would have been in an 8 personal year. But for a child of 4 years old, that doesn't warrant much. The mother, I can't find anything regarding her. So I thought I would use my cards and see what happened to DeJuan. What happened with DeJuan? And like I said, the gentleman by the name of Mike Cash did take the DNA test December 2019. But he was told that it was going to take 3 to 4 months for him to get results. But then, of course, we know what happened was COVID happened. So, yeah, that results may be sitting up somewhere. But according to the mom, when she talked to him, she said that was not her son. So, now, the police, let me just add, are saying that they don't really think DeJuan was even at the mall with his mother. That's number 1. They even went as far as bringing a psychic into the mall, but she didn't pick up anything. And when you're not picking up anything of that child, it's only because, or anyone, that means that they weren't there. The energy has to be there, even though that person is not there, the residue of the energy still remains, and that particular psychic didn't pick up anything. Okay, I'm going to tell you my story from what I'm seeing with the cards. The first thing I have is the Ten of Swords in reverse. So the Ten of Swords always speaks of this way, starting something new. Like this is ended, something ended in a very bad or harsh way, and you've decided I'm going to start all over again. It's endings and rebirths. It's betrayals, depression, but not death. But in this way, that tells me that this was a decision that someone made, and they were sort of over everything. They were over everything, maybe over the relationship. Maybe she was over the relationship with the father. Maybe over be a single mom, taking care of this child. I see that she was presented with a money opportunity. A money opportunity. She had a money opportunity presented to her, something that she heard about, something that got her really excited and energized. This is the Page of Pentacles. My tracking doesn't seem to be picking it up very well. It's a Page of Pentacles. So she got information about an opportunity to make some money. And you've got the Four of Pentacles. This is usually about trying to hold on to something, resources, money, what have you, power. And she no longer wants to hold on to this precious thing. This is the Four of Pentacles in reverse. She is either dealing with or had dealt with a man, King of Swords. King of Swords is a really pretty good guy. He's very intelligent. He's not very huggy, touchy, but he can be a lot of fun to be around. He's very intelligent. He's talkative. These are our air signs if you're looking at it from that perspective. But he's in reverse. So that tells me that he definitely wasn't huggy. He definitely wasn't into family things. He almost could have been someone in the legal field that's doing legal stuff, but not the right stuff. And then ultimately it comes up as the Queen of Pentacles, her saying, okay, now I'm no longer feeling like I don't have anything or I don't have any money, but I've got money. So this is telling me that at some point she felt overwhelmed. A 10 says, I'm at the end of my rope. I'm taking care of this child. It's on my own. This is all alleged, by the way. This is just my reading. I'm just putting that out there because the mother is still alive. And, you too. But I'm seeing that this mother felt like I wanted to walk away from this situation, this responsibility. I'm done with it. I'm done with the person I was dealing with. Having this baby didn't make us a family or bring us together like it could have or should have. It's too much. You're not looking out for me. You don't have my back. I can't call on you for whatever. Then I see her in a situation that a money opportunity presents itself to her as if someone had told her, hey, I know what you could do with this child. And you'll have to talk to this particular person, this guy, that'll help you with this child. And I see her also deciding, although I love this child, it's my baby, I don't have to hold on to this. I want to start a new life, okay? That 10 of Swords tells me that's wanting to start brand new. I want to start a new life, but in her case, she didn't go into a better new life. Who gets married and moves out of town 3 months after your child is missing? There's people that will stay at the same place, keep the same phone number, call in the police once a month, once a week for updates. She did none of that. My 4-year-old child, I'm not leaving anywhere, okay? But she did, and she decided that I can give this child up, and it could be a financial windfall for me. She did talk to this guy. It is a smart guy, an intelligent guy, somebody that would have been in like doctor, lawyer, businessman, that kind of person that came up with a plan for her or gave her, this is how this will work, because he's doing intelligent things but for the wrong purpose. And then she ends up with a big payday, thus allowing her to move or whatever else she wanted to do. and being on top of her money and living a lifestyle that she wanted. So the child's birthday doesn't help me, but a couple of things also help is that this happened, it could have been on that day that she sold him, on the 11th of December, the day that says she was at the mall. She was at the mall because she went to the security guard at the mall and the maintenance cleaning person at the mall. She was at the mall. The little boy's birthday, his middle number is 11. So that's an 1111. That's him passing into another gateway. I don't feel like he's dead. I don't. I feel like this child has been sold, alleged. I think that this child has been sold. I don't see the child as dead. I think the mother I don't have her birthday information at all, but I think that she had a bit of a short fuse and decided that this is, you know what, I'm done with this. I'm going to do that. I think that she loved this child. I do. But she was over that responsibility. I think that she was only 24 or 25 years old and found a way to make money. Mike Cash, I don't see him as the child. Is Mike Cash the child? My spirit's saying no, but I'm just going to shuffle the cards to see. Is Mike Cash the child? Is Mike Cash really Dewan? Is Mike Cash really Dewan? I feel Mike is good-spirited, curious, wants to know where he came from. Is Mike Cash the child? No, I don't see Mike Cash as the child. I see him being dishonest or being deceptive for whatever reason, spotlight, attention. I see that aspect of it. Okay, this is how I see it. Mike Cash came forward 7 years ago to say that he thinks he was Dewan Sims. I've seen them side by side. I don't see a lot of resemblance of them in the picture. But the cards are showing me that he may have actually not be Dewan Sims, but have been also one of these children that had been taken from his parent and sold. That's what I'm seeing for him. And that he was moved out, that it was a very rough time for him being raised, being bullied, manipulated by other people and adults. Yeah, I see women that were around him that helped either help raise him or keep the secret. And I see him coming from a place of wanting to get away from all that and have this new life. And maybe this is his life. Okay, so that's what I'm seeing with Mike Cash, meaning well, but I think he was part of this child snatch ring. You know how they take the children and they sell the children. And I think that is what's happening with Dewan as well. I don't see Dewan as having passed, unless he's passed now as an adult. He would be 29 or 30 years old at this point. But he's out there. Mom knows that. That is why Mom did not want to really talk to the police. That's why it took 18 hours for the police to even get some basic information for her about her own child. That's why she moved away 3 months after this whole incident happened. 3 months? This is why she remarried. This is why the assault in her particular marriage happened. This hair trigger that she had that would make her act or react quickly. And that's what happened with her child. That's what I have, guys. I think it's a very interesting case. But hold on to your hats. This weekend, I'm going to look at Elvis Presley. What made Elvis Presley kill himself? We know he died from taking drugs, but what was going on wrong with him? Where did he lose interest? I'm looking forward to doing that. And then I'm going to do David Ruffin. Someone suggested that as well. I think Sonia Philpott, is that how you say her name? Philpott suggested that. So I'm going to do that as well. Okay, guys, thank you so much for watching and have a great day.